The Mask of Zorro, 1998. Director, Martin Campbell. In 1850, against the backdrop of political unrest, tries to stop California from joining the Union. The mysterious black-caped masked swordsman Alejandro de la Vega, aka Zorro, finds himself in an unavoidable predicament. Having spent almost a decade protecting his people and fighting injustice, Alejandro's wife, Elena, insists that he gives up the black cape and becomes a true father to their 8-year-old son, Joaquin. However, when Elena leaves him for the French Count, Armand, it becomes evident that the conceited aristocrat is up to no good. Can Zorro, the legendary defender of the innocent, save both his marriage and the country? Stars: Antonio Banderas, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Rufus Sewell, Alberto Reyes. Don Diego de la Vega, Zorro, lands in jail after once again humiliating the evil Spanish governor, Don Rafael Montero, with his only daughter raised by Don Rafael as his own. The grizzled swordsman makes a daring escape nearly 2 decades later and takes under his wing the unrefined outlaw Alejandro Murrieta to teach him the ropes and hopefully become the next Zorro. Now, the stage is set for a ferocious final confrontation as the new, young rapier wielder prepares to thwart the despicable governor's sinister plans. Can Alejandro live up to Zorro's legendary name? Stars: Antonio Banderas, Anthony Hopkins, Catherine Zeta-Jones, Jose Maria de Tavira. The Mark of Zorro, 1920. Director, Fred Niblo. In old Spanish California, the oppressive colonial government is opposed by Zorro, masked champion of the people, who appears out of nowhere with flashing sword and an athletic sense of humor, scaring the faces of evildoers with his mark. Meanwhile, beautiful Lolita is courted by villainous Captain Ramon, rich but effete Don Diego, and dashing Zorro, who is never seen at the same time as Don Diego. Stars: Douglas Fairbanks, Marguerite de la Motte, Noah Berry, Charles Hill Males. Zorro movies, sword-wielding vigilante. A side version of the Western genre, Zorro movies, the masked, sword-wielding vigilante defends the poor and victimized against the forces of injustice.
Greetings, dear viewers, and welcome back. Today, we are taking a look at a Christian Bale costume from The Dark Knight. This is an amazing costume. I am a big fan of this suit. My favorite suit, of course, is the '89 suit. Maybe the Affleck suit. That's a tough call. But this suit is a great suit, and I remember when the movie came out, we were all scrambling for documentation, and it was actually a really heady time as a Batman fan because there were so many high-res images, like publicity images that got released around the movie, that a lot of the mysteries surrounding this costume were revealed pretty quickly. This little video, I just kind of do a little up and down, side to side of the suit, and I get some shots around the back side, if you're curious, get a nice shot of the neck. Not a lot to see on the cape, but this suit is in fantastic shape. And of course, The Dark Knight is not as old as the Keaton movies, but I think if I had to guess, the suits were made to different quality standards. They probably had a much bigger budget. In fact, I can say with certainty, Christopher Nolan had a much bigger budget for this suit. So I imagine they're going to withstand the test of time. I did get a really good look at the belt in this video, and I had not really had a chance to examine not only the belt, but the accessories, which is pretty cool. It's pretty cool to see him up close. Anyway, thank you again to Kith for hosting this little exhibit. If you're watching this video after November the 24th, 2024, this exhibit has moved on. It was only there for about a week just to celebrate the merchandise that they're going to be offering for the 85th anniversary of Batman. So if you haven't seen this by then, I'm so sorry to say it has moved on. I hope you enjoy my
This has been a Pinguinati production. If you'd like to support the channel, links are in the description.
is courted by villainous Captain Ramon. Rich but effete,